How do we get there? That's what my husband said to me on the way to the grocery store. We'd been going to that grocery store for a decade. It was just a mile from our house. But he's a big jokester. But that day I could tell there was something else going on. And I wondered, how did we get here? How does my husband not know something so simple? 20 years ago, my husband had a stroke, and I didn't realize it, but his memory was slipping. He tried to hide it, but that day it became apparent how bad his memory was. And it was not just his memory, the deterioration in his memory. It was not just how to get to the grocery store. You see, memories make up who we are, how we feel, and what we think. Our memories make up our life. His doctor visits after his stroke were always great. You're good, the doctor would say. But no one ever looked to see how his brain was doing. Like on the inside, what was going on in there? They never looked at that. We found a new doctor, and she and I became partners, and we learned how to restore and regenerate his brain. Over the next 2 years, we dove in and we learned as much as we could about brain health and what happens to the brain when it's under stress, when there's a traumatic brain injury. We learned what happens to the brain when it has a stroke or disease. So one day, my husband and I were driving, and I told him, you need to turn at the street ahead. And he looked at me and kind of laughed. And he said, nuh-uh, it's the next street. That's when I knew his memory was back. His memory had been restored. Injuries and trauma that affect our brain are far more common than we know. For you and a family member, it may be a fall. It may be a sports injury that happened 40 years ago. It may be a car accident that happened yesterday. Or it may be the stress of what's going on right now. Or you may have a brain injury and you don't even know it. But you see, what unites all of us is how important and precious our brains are in our life. I believe that we are all dealing with more stress than we ever thought possible. What's going on in the world today is scary. And that stress causes our hormones to go crazy. And when your hormones are under stress, your brain is under stress. The brain is the master control center of your body. It's never more important than now to make sure your brain is healthy. I want you to be able to handle all that is going on today, all that we know and that we don't know, so that your body is functioning in a way to fight any possible infections and health issues. You deserve a healthy brain so you don't experience your memories, your thoughts, and your body's functions starting to fade away. So you don't experience loss of energy, loss of cognitive ability. So you experience a wonderful life, even under stress. Over the last 3 years, my partner and I have developed a process to dig even deeper into the health of each person. People are individuals. So during that time, we have helped people just like you eliminate stress, bring back their memory, restore their health and their lives and the lives of the people they love. Over the next 20 minutes, I am going to teach you how to optimize your brain. I'm going to teach you how to eliminate stress and create a plan for yourself that will make a difference in your life, that you can start today. The first thing I'm going to teach you is how to determine if you're at risk and what risk you're at. The second thing I'm going to teach you is how to reverse inflammation. You can reverse inflammation immediately. And the last thing I'm going to teach you is how to start restoring your brain right now, today. You actually can start that process today. So let's get started. So the first thing I want you to know is you need to determine that if you're at risk, what are the risk factors? Because there are many risk factors, but there are 2 main risk factors that cause cognitive decline almost immediately, but sometimes it's decades later. The first really big risk factor is brain trauma and injury, and the second one is sleep apnea. The way you detect trauma or injury is by determining your brain's baseline. Your brain can tell you. You just didn't know how to listen. Our proprietary process to determine what area of your brain is functioning optimally, and it will determine what area of your brain is not. The way to determine if you have sleep apnea is to do a sleep study. If you have any concerns, if you or your loved one snores, even just a little bit, or stops breathing for a moment at night, have it checked. Have your doctor order a sleep study. A sleep study can be done at home. You don't have to go to a clinic. And sleep apnea stops oxygen flow to your brain. That is a disease that will kill brain cells, which really hurts your brain, and it really hurts your body. It is the easiest way to eliminate one of the major risk factors. So it doesn't matter if you know if you've had a brain trauma or not, or if you know if you have sleep apnea or not, or any other risk factor. You know your brain is under stress right now. Your body and brain slows down, and its functioning will be impaired if you don't take action. Order a sleep study. if you have any concerns at all. Like my patient Roger, he was 70 years old. His memory was fading, but he was funny, he'd joke around, and when he walked into a room, he'd forget why he was there, and he'd just tell you a joke. He'd say, oh, that's because of my age. That's just what happens when you get old. And he'd joke about it, but he could not remember his grandson's name. His wife was really worried. You could see it on her face. But after working with us, he had sleep apnea. And once it was corrected, his memory got better. He even made better decisions. When your memory is declining, your decisions are not as good as they could be because your brain is not functioning the way it needs to be. And he lost 30 pounds without even dieting. And he and his wife are having the best time of their life now. And they're enjoying those grandchildren, and he can remember their names now. But the next thing I'm going to teach you is how to reverse inflammation in your body. And you can start that immediately because inflammation is the symptom of a disease. Whether you feel something warm or it's red or something hurts, that's inflammation. And the two major causes of inflammation is sugar, which is so damaging to the brain. And another major cause of inflammation is disease, any disease. So let's start with this sugar. Sugar damages the brain, and it can lead to just a wide range of disease like diabetes, heart disease, but sugar can also lead to Alzheimer's and ADHD. Sugar is known to be one of the most addictive substances known to man. And when you eat sugar, it rewires your brain. There was a study done where rats were given a choice. They could have cocaine or sugar. And which did the rats pick? The sugar. Do you know they use sugar to detect cancer because sugar feeds cancer? Those cells light up, those cancerous cells light up. They want to eat sugar. Sugar feeds disease in your body. So if you want to stop inflammation today, stop eating sugar today. You will stop the damage to your brain and your body immediately. And your body starts to reverse the damage when it eliminates the inflammation. But there's a second risk factor, and it's toxins. And toxins can show up. You don't know you have toxins in your body for the most part. They show up in the funniest places. They can show up as memory loss because toxins from our internal or external environment build up in your gut. We get red tide. Red tide builds up toxins in your gut. You can have mold. You could have grown up in an area that has smokestacks and carcinogens. You could have it from food. The toxins cause headaches and inflammation and hormones imbalance. And toxins add stress to the brain, which can cause symptoms of brain fog and memory loss, and there's many, many more. Your gut is a second brain. And your brain conducts the symphony of your body. It directs your mind, your body, your spirit. It helps you manage stress. It also causes anxiety and depression. And when your gut leaks, your brain leaks. What you can do today to help your body is stop eating sugar and stop eating grains. All grains. That's the quickest and fastest way to help your body because grains process in your body like sugar and your body doesn't know the difference. And when you stop eating these things, it won't cure your body, but it'll definitely make a difference. It's like my friend Doris, who's 71 years old and afraid to go out for a walk because she didn't want to get too far away from the bathroom. She was experiencing urgency and stomach bloating. And after she worked with us for just a few weeks, she started going on bike rides and enjoying her life. She is a new person without medications and without dieting. She just eats the most amazing foods, and she doesn't count. She doesn't have to worry anymore. She learned how to listen to her body. And now she has energy to play with her grandchildren. She has energy to live her best life. She has energy when she gets up in the morning and she rides her bike and has a ball. And I want you to know, the sooner you start, the less damage is done. And the faster you restore your health, your brain, and your life. The last thing I want to talk about is how to restore your body starting today. Most people say that their doctor told them that that their memory loss or body pains are because they're getting old. I'm going to tell you, age is not a disease. You're not experiencing this because you're getting old. And there are things you can do right now today. And one thing you can do is eat foods with curcumin in it, with turmeric. That is the most incredible spice. It lowers pain. It is an anti-inflammatory. It lessens the inflammation. It actually lowers the inflammation in your body. So go have fun finding this beautiful food that has turmeric in it, or you add turmeric, because your pain in your body may go away. The gas and the bloating in your gut and the pain is telling you, it's a message to you, telling you that your body is hurting. You know, Julie is a 31-year-old woman who I worked with who experienced pain and brain fog. Nothing helped her before she met us. We taught her that she doesn't need to diet. She just can eat delicious food. She needs to add the supplements her body is lacking. And she needs to get the sleep her body needs. And now her brain fog is gone. She wakes up and she feels great. She is enjoying her time out on her boat fishing. She eats wonderful food from restaurants that are her favorites. And her memory is better than ever. I want to help you. I know you are dealing with so much right now that I really want to help you. And that's one of the most common questions I get is, Becky, can you help me? And the answer is yes. I can help you understand how your brain is doing, how your brain is functioning. One of the ways that we understand our brain's level of health is by a special assessment. We call it the Brain Biz test. And what I want to do is give you that test. What I want to do is let you know the baseline of your brain's health. And what the Brain Biz test means is you will know exactly where to start to keep and develop a healthy brain. So, if you are not experiencing stress or memory loss, or if you are experiencing some stress and memory loss, or someone in your family or someone that you know and love is experiencing stress and or memory loss. We can help. You will know, they will know their brain's baseline. But I know it's human nature. I know human nature. And that means you'll want to procrastinate. And I also know that starting with knowing the baseline of your brain will make a huge difference for you for the rest of your life, not just in this moment of stress. So normally I charge $187 for this assessment and the results. But I want to help you make the right decisions right now and to not procrastinate. So I'm waiving that entire fee for you if you email me today. In fact, I think the assessments will be sent to you at the end of this talk. I'm so happy you joined me today. I wish you all the best. I want for you to be able to manage stress in the best possible way. I want you and your family to enjoy many, many years of a happy and healthy brain with all the memories that are possible. So earlier today, I told you a story of my husband, whose memory we restored. He has experienced the most amazing 2 years since his memory has been restored, playing with our grandchildren and traveling. He even found a new passion in his life. He just finished his certification as a personal trainer. He was 2 years older than anyone who had ever been certified before. You see, my husband is 76, and he is having the best time of his life. He is training people and inspiring them to work out and restore their lives. It's amazing. And you deserve your best life, full of celebration and full of memories, together with your family and to friends, and to attend all graduations and remember everybody's birthdays and have the best holidays of your life. You deserve your best life, to find your passion, your love. You deserve your best life, feeling great, full of energy and joy, and to have more fun than you can even imagine. You deserve your best life. And I appreciate your time today, and I would love to hear from you.